Hello everybody and welcome back to On Point HQ, and I'm going to start this video with a quote. To base or not to base, that is the question. Whether it is noble in the mind to suffer the odd looks of fellow wargamers, or to take arms against a sea of non-basers and, by opposing, end them with some laser-cut MDF and some clump foliage. That's right, this video is all about, do you base your vehicles? Or let me rephrase that. What do you or what don't you base? It's not going to be a very serious video. I'm going to put it that way. This all stems from, if you've seen the plastic crack podcast that I'm very fortunate enough to be able to participate in on every Monday night with Ken, Dom and Martin. Me and my buddy Ken from Miniature Wargaming Warriors, we have slightly differing opinions on whether things should be based or not. So what I thought I'd do is just run through a couple of examples of what I've based, talk about why I base it, but also go over the why I can see why people don't base their bits and pieces. So let's mess with his camera so I can show you a few bits that I've worked on. So what I do is I started off. This was the first ever vehicle that I based, which is my Stug 3. I always knew when I got into bolt action I wanted to base my vehicles. Now why do I base vehicles? There's a number of reasons for this. One, it brings sturdiness to the actual vehicle. It gives it a solid base from which you can pick it up. You're not constantly handling the vehicle, which for me is a big plus. Another reason I do it is that so I can work on the bases. So I can tie the basing in to the overall project. I just like that idea. I mean, if people who know me and have seen my videos before know that I love basing as much as I love painting painting figures and tanks and vehicles and all kinds. I find basing fascinating. So it just sort of went from there, and I base all my tanks. So this Matilda has got jungle basing to go with my jungle themed Australians, and I can absolutely see why people don't base things. I mean, the main one for me is why people wouldn't base. It's the space. It takes up space on the tabletop. And it's going to get in the way. You may not be able to get down certain streets. You have to move terrain and scenery to accommodate it. It's going to be what's colloquially known as a pain in the arse at times. But my bases are all different sizes. As you can see, this M5 half track is on a particularly big base. This wasn't exactly planned. Now, I even base my transports. I know transports don't often play a massive role in games of bolt action, but I base them just to fit in with the rest of the army. Now, just going to the basing theme here. So this is jungle basing. Another reason why people wouldn't or don't base their vehicles, etc., is that if they're playing in for example in a tournament or on a table that's not suited to the way their guys are based. So you don't want a jungle themed transport in North Africa or in the Arctic or in the snow. Likewise, you wouldn't want a snow base in the jungles of the Pacific. But I'm more of a painter and a modeler than I am a gamer. So things like that don't really concern me. I mean, like for example, I've made a video about this before, but when I made my Pack 40 here, I knew I wanted to go a bit over the top with this, and I think I've achieved that with that base. 10 by 10 basing on this. That's what you call epic. But yeah, is it going to be a pain in the arse to field? Yeah, probably. It's going to get in the way. But I'm perfectly willing to accommodate a slight annoyance for that. Another one is that a lot of people just hate basing things. I know my regular gaming partner Ian. He loathes basing. He despises it. If he had his way, there'd be no basing. Everyone would be playing on clear plastic bases. There would be no basing at all. But again, as with this here, this pack howitzer, jungle basing to fit in with the rest of my US Marine Corps. I just like these for me are when I've painted the rank and file. They're sort of a reward for me. So I'll be able to go a bit over the top and indulge all my creative whims as I see fit. And the last piece is going back to transports, is the Opal Blitz. Very, very simple basing we have on this. Lovely kit, by the way. I always enjoy putting these together. They're so, so good. But again, very, very simple basing. All I use is laser cut MDF, some grit, some clump foliage, and that's the basing done. So there we go. A very short, not overly serious video. What are your opinions? What are your thoughts, your takes? What do you do? Do you base? Do you not base? Do you base vehicles but not base artillery units? That's one thing I didn't mention, is that I've seen people who base tanks and vehicles, but with their artillery pieces or their anti-tank pieces, they don't. It's a loose gun with crew on individual bases. I'm really intrigued. Again, this is stemmed from one or two conversations that me and Ken have had on the old podcast. He was absolutely aghast when he found out that I base all of my vehicles. In fact, I base everything. I even based a Kubelwagen. I base forward observation teams, sniper teams, you name it, I'll base it. I don't care. I just like things looking based and a bit creative. So throwing this one out. Leave your comments below in the comment section. Tell me why you base or why you don't base. I am massively interested to find out everyone's opinion on this. I hope you found this video very short but a bit fun. Again, if you've got any questions or comments, just leave them down below and I'll certainly respond to all comments and questions. But as always, thanks for watching. Do take care, may your dice roll well, and I shall catch you all in the next video. So bye bye for now.